Welcome back. Thanks so much for staying with us. Coming up this Friday in Winston-Salem, Camel City Playhouse is reimagining some classic Shakespeare.
That's right. So they will be performing two one-act plays titled Shakespeare's Dead Dames and How to Survive Being in a Shakespeare Play.
So this is creative. Telling us more this morning, let's say good morning to Naima Saeed. Thanks for being with us.
Hi, thank you guys so much for having me.
You're so welcome. So first, let's start with Shakespeare's Dead Dames. Give us an overview and how it really ties into the original Shakespeare.
So Shakespeare's Dead Dames, like both of them, are very similar to kind of a Shakespeare meets Saturday Night Live. So when we kind of are introduced to the characters of Shakespeare's Dead Dames, they don't really know that they're dead. And I don't want to spoil too much going into it. So they all kind of form this meeting together where they all find out that they are no longer alive, and the only way they can be alive again is a revival of a Shakespeare show, which happens quite often. So I don't want to spoil too much because it's a lot of really funny dialogue. It's a lot of interaction between different characters that you may recognize from a lot of other Shakespeare plays. And so you just got to come and watch to find out.
And Naima, we know that you're actually going to be playing a role within that play. Can you sort of explain a little bit more about how you've maybe been prepping to take that role on stage?
Yeah, so I'm playing a character called the Director. So I'm basically the only one in the beginning who knows that they're dead. I bring them all there. I'm this very posh, pretentious, snooty British woman. I feel like I do this all the time, quite constantly, and it's just another rerun with these women again. And just kind of getting into that character, I'm definitely not a posh, kind of pretentious person, so it's always fun to play a character that's not like you and really bringing out my Blair Waldorf type of atmosphere. So that's how I kind of look at it, but she's just kind of our introduction and our person that kind of leaves them off. And I'll leave it at that because you have to come watch the show. But if you want to see me speak French in a British accent, please come see it.
I love the Gossip Girl reference because I think that as soon as you said that, I completely understood exactly where you were going with how that character portrays themselves, Naima.
That's probably so fun. Now tell us about the other one-act play. It's called How to Survive Being in a Shakespeare Play.
Yeah, so that one is a lot. I love it so much. It's basically, again, How to Survive a Shakespeare Play. It goes through different scenarios like SNL with different members from different Shakespeare productions and how they could have not died, like how they could have escaped the inevitable, and just kind of going through what they could have done, the do's and don'ts of going through different shows like Julius Caesar or Romeo and Juliet. That one is a bit of a longer production because there is so many different stories, and a lot of our actors are playing different characters. So there's quick changes, very similar to an actual Shakespeare production when people have to play more than one, which I would know about. So it's a lot, and our actors are doing a fantastic job on that production.
It's awesome to see that you're sort of taking and keeping the integrity of the original way that the play was put on in some aspects. But we have to ask you, who's able to come out to see each of these performances? Is this going to be family friendly for everyone to come enjoy, or should we stick to just the adults?
So there is a lot of Shakespearean language, so some of it may be a little tough for people to understand in terms of a younger crowd. I would say like younger crowd. So the older crowd would love the show. Probably a mature audience, maybe like teenagers would go out because there is a little bit of, innuendoist type of content in some of the things that are said. So it kind of depends on the mature level of who would like to go out. But I don't think it's a huge age restriction. I think it's super funny. It's hilarious, very sitcom-like. Just maybe keep the kids at home.
Get the babysitter. How long is each play, Naima?
Yeah, so Shakespeare's Dead Dames runs about 20 minutes or so, and How to Survive a Shakespeare Play runs a little closer to an hour, maybe 45 minutes. It's just a little bit longer since it's longer segments going on.
Okay, sounds like a great evening though planned for folks. Thanks so much for joining us this morning. We appreciate it. And for everyone at home, the information is on your screen now. You can catch Shakespeare's Dead Dames and How to Survive Being in a Shakespeare Play this coming Friday. The show starts at 7 o'clock there on 7th Street. To purchase your tickets, just head to CamelCityPlayhouse.com.